Anyways, let's go and look at the patch notes. I have not seen the patch notes yet, so how do you check the patch notes? Yeah, look on the website. This is my first time looking in game. Oh yeah. So for context, I have not seen these patch notes. What's this? Hero shuffle mid match and world mode. Okay, this is just some random BS. Quick melee attacks, knockback. All heroes are 50% smaller. I'm guessing this is just quick play mode. Or something. Play hack, the urge on correctly. Okay. Right off the gate, Doomfist. I think this might be a buff because his mythic just came out. I don't think it's going to be a nerf though. Like, it could be a nerf. I think Doomfist is fine as he is. The block nerf was a pretty big nerf. Like, not for the survivability aspect, which a lot of people think it is. It's mainly the fact that you can't build empowered punch as fast as you could before. So I think this might be a buff. They might revert the 80% damage reduction. Or it might be something else. I'm interested to see what they might change. A nice thing to be see will be a slam nerf, because his slam is more of a movement ability rather than damage. So we'll just have to see. I think he's fine. I don't think he even needed many changes, but it could be a minor thing like ult charge. So what is it? Empowered punch can be held indefinitely, creating situations with limited counterplay, adding a oh no, the duration set clear expectations. Power matrix of the smooth line is affected very well closely with Doomfist model. So they got a timer on empowered punch. Oh, it's 20 seconds though, it's not too bad. Power matrix, projectile absorption area scaled down. So it's nerfs to the character. I don't know if I'm a fan of this 20 seconds. I mean, 20 seconds is quite a long time, so fair enough, but it still is like, if there's like a GUI element in the game that shows you like how long you have it, I'll be fine with that. But I don't know. I think he's fine as he is. I don't think even it's kind of strange they released a mythic for the character and they nerf him afterwards as well, which is funny. But also the size off over there is conjoined for some reason. I don't know why. A diva. This has to be nerfed. I swear to God, it's a buff. I swear it can't be a buff. It can't. Extended boosters encourage more aggressive booster usage, but the damage bonus was too high for a minor perk. It's just still just good, I guess. Like, Diva's still gonna be like really good. Doesn't really affect much. Roadhog, this might be a buff, I think, or it might even just be a nerf to his damage. I think his damage output was kind of stupid for the one shot, but I honestly think he's more or less alright. I'm not a fan of the fact that he can one shot Reaper and main stuff. That shouldn't really be in the game, but it might just. But the thing is, he's always going to be shit. That's the problem with Roadhog, because if you just go Ana Zen, he just loses. Like, that's literally the whole point of Roadhog. Whether you have Ana or Zen is either a win condition, or if you don't have them, then it's a lose condition. Like, it's just a weird design. Like it depends on what you're running. It's actually might just be a buff. I'm being real with you, because his win rate's probably low or some shit. Well, Hoxie knockback can make. Okay, this is probably his O, isn't it? Just small damage increase improves his reliability. So whole hog damage repellent. So they buffed him. Tough. Damage. Ash. This has to be an Ash nerf. They have to revert the fall off. That shit was kind of crazy. The increased fall off, yeah. There we go. But his made damage output too consistent at far ranges. Original. So her Viper's Sting ammo gain reduced from 2 to 1. That was a perk for the reload, wasn't it? I don't think anyone even took that perk, did they? Unless I'm bugging. Secondary follow, viral follow for range reduced. Okay, this is fine. It's slightly higher than how it was before, I think. I think she used to be 30 to 50. And now it's 35 to 55. I'm fine with that. That's cool. Nerf this motherfucker right now. Nerf the primary fire. It has to be primary fire knife. I can't think of anything else. Unless they get rid of triple nade, or they change the turret to be weaker, but then his primary fire is good. So, like, it's sort of like gets rid of his identity, I guess. But I would prefer if they just. Or they could keep the fire rate and just nerf the damage. Okay. So I guess it's something with the primary fire, or they might just rebalance him to the point where his other stuff gets nerfed, but he keeps the primary fire buff. Recent fire rate improvements enhance the feel of, yeah, but also increases damage output, reducing damage slightly, offsets at the C 25 to 23. That's fine, that's fine. I'd say more 22, but 23 is fine as well. Freya, see these buffs. Primary fire improvements, consistent reduces reliance, and increasing take aim's damage restores an important breakpoint against 225 while keeping its overall embedded jack. Spread now ramps up more slowly and fans out horizontally. Impact damage increase from 35. Okay, her primary, so her spam fire is a bit more accurate now. Spread now ramps up more slowly and fans out horizontally. Increase from 30 to 35. I'm just saying explosions. Is it 130 on explosion or 120? I can't remember. Or it might be 100 on explosion actually because it adds to 35, 140. No, actually, that can't be. It's 80 on explosion. I think they changed it. I can't even remember. I'm gonna have to check this out, but double change, I guess, it's like 5 extra damage. I mean, it does help you deal with 225, which I guess fair enough. So you can just go around sniping supports. But I don't really know. I think Freya did get nerfed pretty hard, but the thing was like, if she was still good at the character, you can make her work. That was the whole thing. So she might become broken again. Not broken, but like very like good in higher level play, I guess. But I don't know. I don't really play Freya that much. I'll admit. Don't really see many Freyas. Well, that's a lie. I do see some Freyas, but honestly, I don't really know, to be honest. She's just... If I play the character a bit more, I'll probably know a bit more, but I think this change is fine. Genji. Ooh, this is going to be a buff, I know it. Genji right now he's alright, I think. He is a lot weaker because he's got a lot of nerfs. He had the deflect nerf from 8 to 10, and he also had the projectile radius nerf. I don't think... So this isn't probably going to be a buff, but I don't think they're going to change the projectile radius. Mainly just due to the fact that Blizzard, when they release a change, they don't like going back on it straight away, and that projectile radius nerf was pretty recent. They might bring back deflect, they might bring it back to 8 seconds, because he has had quite a few nerfs over time, but I think they should keep the projectile radius though. The smaller shurikens is a good change in my opinion, because his old shurikens had very big hitbox, like you just run up to, press right click and hit every single shot. It was kind of lame in my opinion. The new shurikens are a lot more bare in my opinion, but they could buff other parts of his kit so his shurikens don't feel like super weak or anything like that. So this is probably gonna be a deflect something. I think they're gonna probably bring out the deflect. 24, 30 ammo. That's actually pretty decent, I guess. That's pretty decent. Because he only gets 8 shots, I'm pretty sure. Now he gets 10. Is it 8? Oh, sorry, 3 times 8. Yeah, 24. 6. Yeah, that's worked out. That's a good change in my opinion. Probably not gonna bring him back into the meta or anything like that, but it's a decent change. Because I find when I'm playing Genji as well that the red time I do play Genji, he feels like if I reload so often on Genji, like it's insane. Like you're always just reloading on this guy. So the 30 change on the ammo, that's cool. Symmetra, there's probably gonna be a nerf, I think. Reducing secondary fire projectile size increases precision, lowering teleportation, teleport durability. Oh, thank God they nerfed the teleport health, because that shit just takes forever to destroy depending on what character you're on. Like, the secondary fire, I don't really give a shit too much, to be honest. This is 0.5 to 0.4. Is that really gonna make much of a difference? This is gonna be a big one. The teleport nerf to the HP. That way, if you see a teleport, you can actually break it now. You know. Vendetta. These are the nerfs that are coming here. This is gonna be a lot of nerfs here. Vendetta's overall lethality has remained too high. Nah, I think they should keep it damage. Controversial opinion. I think they should keep it damage. The problem with Vendetta is not necessarily her damage. Granted, it's really high, don't get me wrong. I think she's too tanky. I think she has too much shit going for her. She has the fire strikes, then she has block as well, then she has armor on top of that. It's just too much shit that she can do without actually having to properly dive and set up the dives, you know. In my opinion, what I would do if I was trying to nerf Vendetta, first of all, nerf the armor. But I don't think she should, a controversial take, I don't think she should have block in the first place. I haven't played it that much recently, but in the playtest, I rarely use block. I just use cover a lot of the times and just peek around the cover. The block is just too strong in my opinion. It just lasts forever. Even if you're playing against like a Cassidy, like Cass in theory should be anti-dive against Vendetta. But that just simply isn't the case, because a lot of times against Vendetta, she's so tanky, you're better just running away from the character. You don't want to get near her. Even if you're playing something like Tracer, you don't want to get near the character, you know. Like, she's literally just, it feels like you're fighting like a tank sometimes, you know. She's so tanky because of the armor and the block. Honestly, if it's to me, I would nerf the armor, and I'll also nerf the block as well. Then I don't know why she even has fucking fire strikes. I'm be real with you, bro. Like, why does she even have the fire strikes? I mean, you can keep them if you want. I don't know why she has them in the first place. She has way too much going for a kid, bro. But yeah, the block needs a nerf, and then the armor. That's what I do. But I think there's no nerf the damage personally, and that's just make the character a lot less fun. When the whole point should be playing Vendetta should be fun, right? But it shouldn't be like when you fuck up, you basically get out of jail for basically free because you're so damn tanky, you know. So I don't like this change because it make the character a lot less fun to play. Projected edge 80 to 70. What does that mean? Is that that's the fire strike? Yeah, okay. Sorry, slice. Now it starts on cooldown when respawning. This ain't gonna change shit, bro. It ain't gonna change shit. So this will just make it so when you respawn, you can't just like Wrecking Ball. But when you play Wrecking Ball, when you spawn in, you have to wait for your grapple to come off cooldown. You don't get your cooldown straight away. And this is the same thing that happened to Vendetta as well. I don't think this is actually gonna change anything, bro. Like anything about the character. Bow slash damage. This is not doing anything either because no one actually really uses that like for securing kills or anything really. A lot of times this is more of like escapability. I think you could use it, but I think the problem with the spin is that it's just too inconsistent a lot of times. Raging Storm perk damage reduced from 40 to 35 per spin. Yeah, they're focusing on the wrong thing. It's really not the spin. When people die to Vendetta, it's because of the sword throw, which I think if they wanted to nerf the damage on Vendetta's sword throw, it should be a sword throw has a long cooldown, like 7 seconds. Because I think when I was playing Vendetta, I was like, wow, this cooldown comes back pretty fucking fast. Because I think it's like 5 or 6 seconds for the sword throw. It should be like 7 or 8 in my opinion. Because she just throws it way too often. That sword throw, you throw the sword, you attack someone and kill them, and then your sword throw is back again a lot of times. So it's kind of funny, you know. It's not really funny. It's kind of BS a lot of times, but it's just a tankiness. If you could actually at least kill her if she's on you, then that would be fair enough, you know. But that way you can sort of weave in your blocks as well. If you wanted to use your block, you have to weave it in. Actually, use it properly. You can't just sit on main, hard block, and just survive like a whole like entourage of like damage, you know. So I don't like these changes. I think they're going to change anything really because 10, 10, 5 damage. Like, what's this going to really accomplish? Let's be real. And they're not even on the problematic part of the kit, which is the overhead slice. And because when Vendetta is killing you, she's not killing you with projected edge or the fucking maybe the dash might kill you sometimes, you know. But this ain't really going to change anything, you know. Like it's really not going to do anything, you know. This is just a bad change, and I think it's just not going to change anything. It's just not going to be meta. This is going to do absolutely nothing. Venture, this might be a buff or a nerf. Actually, I don't even know what it's going to be because I think she's alright, like, honest to God. Drill Dash can feel too reliable when using close proximity, reducing the radius, requires slightly more control, but it aligns with the impact ability. Okay, radius, does this do anything? I don't really know. So I guess I don't really change much. Honestly, if I was a Venture player, what I'd probably do is just make it so that the dash covers more distance and was more reliable as a tool, then put less power in our primary fire. Personally, that's what I would do. So give it a bit more mobility, but make her do slightly less damage from the primaries. You know, because the primaries are what's going to get you killed half the time. So this is a fine change. I don't think you really change Venture, honest to God. Like I think she's fine for the people that play Venture. They're fine with it. But I would personally prefer more mobility because I like playing hyper mobile characters like Doom, a Tracer, and to some degree Soldier as well with the sprint speed. But you know, that's fine. Support. It's me a Yari buff, isn't it? If I was a buff for Yari, probably be the damage, I think, and just nerf the healing a bit on the right click, because Yari's just she's not really threatening, I'll be real with you. Yari offers less utility than other offensively oriented support, so increasing her damage raises her impact, improves her effectiveness when she's positioned well and landing shots. Maximum damage increased from 70 to 75, minimum damage. This is not going to change much, is it? 75. Her headshot multiplier isn't even... What even is the headshot multiplier? I don't even know. If it's double, it's going to be 150 on headshot, so she could technically... I think it's 1.5, isn't it? It has to be 1.5, because she can't two-shot already as it is, because 140 would be the same as Cass, wouldn't it? So, yeah, nah, this is probably a 1.5 damage modifier. Not sure. Honestly, if I was to change it, I probably wouldn't even change the damage. I'd probably change the charge-up time on the shots, because they take... So, like, you don't punish as much for spamming, you know? Like, or the full off, you know? This is like a very small micro buff, I think. It's fine. So I was editing the video, and I realized this lets Ari 2-tap 225 HP characters, so this is quite a big buff. Lucio is fine. He's honestly fine. Maybe Boop. I'll probably buff Boop. Healing. They buffed his healing a little while ago. I think it's really just going to be the Boop, but they might bring back his old damage because he's got 225, you know? So, needs to be a bit more offensive when it comes to his damage. If he's trying to do 1v1s with Lucio, I guess, maybe. But I think honestly, I would probably buff Boop. You know, like Boop should be at least like be able to like boop like a squishy. You know, because a lot of times you're trying to boop a squishy off like like off a ledge. It just sometimes it doesn't even like boop them fully. Like it's just I don't know, man. Like I prefer the old boop like a few seasons ago. Like Wake actually booped tanks and shit. That shit was so fun. But like I know why they changed it. Soundwave can be destructive on a short cooldown. Increasing its cooldown reduces how frequently it can be used and slightly lowers reduces a lot of pressure. Cooldown increase from 4 to 5. Wait, the Soundwave is the boop, right? What Soundwave? No, it has to be the boop, yeah. They nerf boop. Why? I mean, I don't mind 5 seconds if they at least give it like a buff, like 10% extra, knockback or something, but this is kind of a dumb change, I think. Moira. Or your buff, I don't know. Damage buff, maybe. We'll see. I don't know what the change buff to be honest. Maybe perks, to be honest. It could be a perk change. Maybe. Actually, it's mid-season. I don't think they'll do perk change in mid-season, would they? They wouldn't like completely swap out a perk. She's quite mid right now, I can't lie. She's pretty mediocre. There's not much point. Unless you're running like a massive brawl comp, then yeah, fair enough. But healing is fine on Moira. I think the healing is alright. It's fine. It's decent. Her heals are mainly supposed to be like from the orb. Her primary fight healing is just for the brawl comp, and it covers me. So does the orb, to be honest. It covers the radius. People around you. Fade, I think, is fine. Damage could maybe use a bit of a buff. I think damage maybe. I don't know. You don't really lose one with somewhere a lot of times, do you? She's like, it might be a healing buff. I'm not sure. Or Cole. Cole's fine actually, to be fair. I think the perks are more. The only good perk is really just the fade one. The rest of them are just kind of like whatever. Range increased. Coalescence generation to this is just nothing pretty much. 7%. Reduced, so this can build faster, I guess. Fair enough, cool. Zen just needs nothing really. I think he's just fine. No, actually, one thing I think about Zen is Discord cooldown. The Discord cooldown can sometimes feel a bit long, so maybe just cut it down by 1 second. Just 1 second will be fine, I think he's kind of fine as he is. Damage amplification. Wait, his Discord orb got nerfed to 25%. When did this happen? I don't even remember this happening. I thought it was always this 30%. Okay, that's cool then, I guess. I don't know why they ever nerfed it to 25%, but that's cool. Bugface says, yeah, this is just like your stadium. No one cares about this. Hotfix gameplay. Winter's basically already over now at this point. The Christmas event or whatever. Oh wait, this is from like last time. I'm stupid. Never mind. Yeah, this is like this was the console assist one. Yeah, okay. Overall, I think this patch note was decent, I guess. I'm not a fan of the a lot of the support changes. Just feel like, well, I don't think any of this Yard need help, but the rest of the supports were just fine. I think they were this one fair enough. I didn't even realize he had 25%, but the fact that I even realized that means it was fine as it is, I guess. But this got buffed, so fair enough. These two didn't even need anything to happen to them. These were fine as they were. AR was the only person I think that needed help, because AR, in my opinion, is the worst support in the game, like by far. Maybe not this season because it's a pug comp right now, so you could probably make her work. But even then, people aren't really running Yari with Bastion's Sig, are they? Really, it's just something else, like it's BAP, or you wouldn't really want a Yari in those comps. I barely see a Yari nowadays, so I mean, I love these. Feel like this didn't. The Vendetta needed more of a nerf, in my opinion. Genji trainer was good. I don't know why Diva does not get nerfed. She's like always meta. 6 meta right now as well. I think they did nerf him, maybe, I can't remember. I think it was his impact damage or a splash, I can't remember. But I think Sigma's still really strong right now. This was, I don't know why they buffed this. I think Whole Hog is completely fine as it is. You don't need that, like, if you want to kill someone Whole Hog, you just shoot them against the wall. If you're just shooting them like further away, just to make space. If you actually want to like actually kill them, you would shoot them, hook them, turn around until like on a 90-degree angle and shoot them against the wall. You wouldn't keep on shooting them, would you? So this is like a stupid change, and I don't know why they really bothered with this. Like, it makes no sense. Like, well, why are we buffing Hook again? Like, it's a decent ult as it is right now. Diva needs way more of a nerf. She needs the fusion cannon. She needs micro missiles, the DM. Literally everything in that kit is just too strong. I don't know how the hell we're still in this like situation where Diva's still not getting nerfed. Like, I mean, I'll get on this. This is a nerf, but like, You know, at least it's something, you know, but I feel like she still needs way more nerfs, to be honest, because she's supposed to be the jack of all trades tank. She can't be the best tank at doing everything, which I feels like she is nowadays, too. She's got the poke now with fusion cannons, she's got fucking macro missiles for burst, she got the fly as well on a very fast cooldown, she got literal DM, which is like a fucking crazy cooldown, still has that shit, and it's still like 3 whole seconds, and it's annoying. I'm not really happy with this change to 20 seconds, but 20 seconds is still quite long, so I'm not going to complain too much. But I'm surprised they nerfed him, though, because you'd think if they released a Mythic, they're going to buff the damn character. I don't know. I'm not complaining too much. I'm not asking for Doom buffs. I think he was fine as he was, you know. The block was kind of annoying, but I understand why they did that, to be honest. But if it was just me, I'd just nerf, like, empowered punches and put more, you know, like, put more stuff into the slam, but I don't think Blizzard's going to do that, because it's too risky. Be a massive change to his kit. Overall, I'll give this, like, if I was to rate this, the tank section is just kind of mid. I can't even lie. There's not really a change I can completely see. I love this change, guys. This one is like, yeah, this is like grinded. This was just supposed to happen, but it should have been even more. This was, I don't know why it's got a buff here. This one, 20 seconds is like whatever, like, you know. Most DOOMFIST will actually end up using their empower within 20 seconds anyways, so the thing to make this really annoying is that if you win a fight and you purposefully save empowered punch, once the next fight starts, you won't have the empowered punch anymore. Like if it's a squishy or something like that, they were trying to hold off from punching. That way, the next fight starts, you'll have a punch. Now, it means that you get punished for actually playing smart and trying to save your punch. So I don't really like that. Projectile absorption, area scale. This one I'm fine with. That's a good change. That's a good change with Power Matrix, because people really complain that Power Matrix is way too big, like the hitbox for it. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. But this one, I don't really like this one. I'll be real with you. If they really hate Empowered Punch that much, nerf Empowered Punch damage and just make it so there's more damage either in his shotgun or his slam. Like, change that shit. You shouldn't be making weird. They're trying to dance around it. They don't want to nerf Empowered Punch for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with it. The punch is really where all the value comes from. Tank changes overall, I'll give them like a C. It's not egregious. It's passable, you know. Diva got the nerf to her boosters. Hog got a buff, which I'm not a fan of, but I don't think it's gonna really change like a massive amount. Actually, might, to be fair, I don't know. This change I'm not a fan of. 22nd Impact Punch. DPS changes I actually like. I think these were all pretty decent. Except the Vendetta one. Vendetta needed more nerfs. Support ones are just whatever. I feel like these two changes didn't even matter. Yori needed help. But overall, I'll probably give this patch like a B tier. It's an alright patch, you know. So the DPS changes were all pretty good, except for Vendetta. She did get no, but I'll give like a B minus. And the skin is like, it's alright. I think that. Where is it? I don't like how this is still clipping on the UI, but.
Our future is forged. Our future is forged from ash.
Forged from ash. Do you hear that? My volume's kind of low, but you probably don't hear that. Our future is forged from ash. Now most of the grey colours, this one's alright. Green. This is the default. This shit looks like ass. This shit looks like ass. This one's kind of tough, but I don't like how he looks. Like he just doesn't fit the character, you know. I've seen a lot more cooler concepts online, you know. There's one like where he looked like he's made out of stone, like he's like the Thing from like Marvel. And he's had rocks and like there's lava in between the rocks and shit. That shit looks so tough, bro. Kind of similar to like how this one looks like. It's not really rocks, I guess, but like it's kind of similar to that, I guess, in a way. But like it's covered the entire body, you know. But like yeah, this one is just like I don't know. 6 out of 10, I'll say that. Overall, West Patch Notes is alright. Doom change is like weird in my opinion. I don't think it's horrible. I think Doom's gonna be the same, but like it's still gonna be kind of, it's a weird change. Yeah, but overall, like that's about it.